reveals the full extent of the crash. The Lamia plane hit the crest of an 8,700-foot mountain called Cerro Gordo. The plane was configured for landing. It's clear that the crew is descending towards the airport. But it crashed 10 miles short of the runway. Cathay Pacific Flight 780 is cruising at 38,000 feet over the South China Sea. Captain Malcolm Waters and his crew are nearing the end of a 4.5-hour flight from Indonesia to Hong Kong. 165 miles from Hong Kong Airport, the Airbus leaves cruising altitude and begins its descent. And then, something goes wrong. The flight computer is alerting the pilots to a problem.
Okay, let's see what we got. Engine 2 stalled.
The plane's monitoring system indicates there's an issue with the right engine. Engine number 2. With no explanation for the incident, Captain Waters reduces power on the engine to idle to protect it from damage.
Idle.
The lowest possible power level while still keeping it running. The pilots prepare to land the Airbus with only one engine. Everything is set for an emergency landing. But then, another alert and more vibrations.
Engine 1 stalled. Engine 1 stalled confirmed.
Things have gone from bad to worse. The monitoring system indicates they've just lost the other engine. The one they were counting on to get the plane to Hong Kong. The monitoring system tells the pilots to put the malfunctioning engine number 1 into idle. They are a minute from touchdown. Then, another alert.
It's overspeed.
It's an overspeed warning, a signal the aircraft is flying too fast. Captain Waters can't figure it out. They should be slowing down. He rechecks the controls. Then he sees it. Engine number 1, which he throttled back minutes earlier, is still running at 74% power. High thrust, too high to land safely. Their speed is over 100 miles per hour faster than normal. So fast, the flight computer doesn't recognize that the pilots are flying the plane. Captain Waters pushes the nose down, forcing the Airbus onto the runway. The Airbus is getting close to the end of the runway. To a halt just a short distance from the water's edge. They've used up more than 8,800 feet, over 1.5 miles of runway.
Once an aircraft is up, there's a look of what the hell just happened.
In Hong Kong, a team of investigators begins trying to unravel the mystery of Cathay Pacific Flight 780's 2 malfunctioning engines. They retrieve the black box flight data recorder from the rear of the aircraft. It contains information about the plane's functions throughout the flight.
The data on board the aircraft is key in this type of investigation.
Investigators upload the data from the recorder.
We need to see throttle position and fuel flow.
The device records 359 data parameters. They focus in on the A330's engine functions.
Stop. What's going on here?
Right away, they notice something unusual.
Thrust levers are moving, but fuel flow's flatlining.
After the pilots had tried to restore power to the engines by pushing the throttle up, the fuel flow remained the same.
So the warnings that were coming up were warnings to do with the main metering valve supplying fuel to the engine.
The main metering valve is made up of a piston that slides within a cylinder. When pilots move the thrust levers, it increases or decreases the flow of fuel to the A330's turbofan engines.
That valve wasn't moving, wasn't able to respond to the commands.
To figure out why the metering valve malfunctioned, the investigators send it to Rolls-Royce for analysis. After cutting open the valve to study it,
That's not normal, is it?
they find something they've never seen before. A strange white substance coating the walls of the valve. X-ray analysis reveals the chemical makeup of the material.